economic features of Telangana economy. Second is demographic features of Telangana. Third one is human resource development, education, and health. First, we are discussing about lesson 1, unit 1, that is basic features of Telangana economy. In this lesson, we will know about occupational structure of Telangana, economic features of Telangana. In this economic features, social features of Telangana, growth of per capita income of Telangana, and poverty, unemployment, economic inequalities, health facilities, literacy. These are the included in the first unit. Now, structure of Telangana can be understood by its estimated value of GSDP. Contribution of the three main sectors in the GSDP is primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. These three are included in the GSDP. The per capita income, the structure changes in the economy over a period of long time in normal path of economic development are that the share of agriculture sector would diminishing and industrial sector would increase subsequently followed by the service sector. The economic conditions of Telangana region in the United Andhra Pradesh during the total period that is 1956 to 2014 formation of the Telangana. The Telangana formation was in 2014. It may be divided into three phases. First phase is 1956 to 1970 and second phase is 1971 to 1990 and third and final phase is 1991 to 2014. So the first phase is treated as the period immediate after merger of Andhra state. Sir, hello. సార్ నేను ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా. So the first phase is the 1956 to 1990. Second phase is 1971 to 1990 and third phase is 1991 to 2014. The first phase is treated as the period immediate after merger of Andhra Pradesh state with Telangana till the Telangana movement occurred in 1969. The second phase can be treated as the period to which public sector assumed important role in the economy of Andhra Pradesh. The third phase covers both the period of economic reforms and the post-reforms period. The economic reforms are started in 1991. So the third phase is also 1990 to 2024. In this phase, the economics reforms was started and economy of Telangana is also increased drastically. The newly formed Telangana state is actually exactly 2nd June 2024 is the formation day. It is the 12th largest state in India in terms of area and also population. It is inhabited by 3.51 crore population as per 2011 census data. Its population is growing at about 1.4% per annum during 2001 to 2011. And today it is population is about 3.75 crores. In order to understand the structure of economy, we have to look at GSDP. GSDP is a full form is gross state domestic product. So we have to look at GSDP by three main sectors. First one is agriculture, second is industry, and third is service sector. And also the subsectors. These main sectors are three. These three main are having a subsectors. The major sectors of the economy were referred as primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. The primary sector means agriculture, secondary sector means industrial sector, third one is, and it means tertiary sector, it means service sector. Now, the occupational structure of Telangana. In Telangana provides livelihood to around 55% of population. Even now, village economy directly depends on farming as one half of the total workers are engaged in agriculture as cultivators and agricultural laborers. The decade Decadal census of population gives employment data by occupation broadly as agricultural and non-agricultural sector and not by sector wise. The share of workers in agriculture decreased from 67%, 67% cultivators, 45% agricultural labor in 1961 to 55% in 2001 and slightly increased to 56%. The workforce is 1.38 crores, that means main workers. And if we add marginal workers, these worked for less than 6 months. Marginal workers means the workers having only 6 months working days in a year. The total workforce of the economy comes out to 1.61 crores. Okay. Now, economic features of Telangana. The economic features represents the structural changes in various sectors of the economy. These features can be analyzed in terms of sectoral features and growth of per capita income of the state. First one is sectorial features. It has agriculture, sectoral features. First one is agriculture. As per Alan Savory, agriculture, he is a agricultural economist. His views, agriculture is not merely crop production as popular belief holds. It is the production of food and fiber from the land and waters. Sustainable growth in agriculture continues to be the core agenda for both central and state governments. Agriculture sector is mainly rain-fed and depends to a significant extent on the depleting groundwater resources. About 55.49% of the state's population is dependent on farm activity for their livelihoods. As per Socio-Economic Outlook 2020, the government of Telangana, the share of agricultural sector in state gross domestic product in current prices is 18.6% and in constant prices it is 16% in 2019 and 20. Telangana is spread over an area of 112 lakh hectares, of which 41.58% was the net sown area in 2018-19. There was, however, considerable inter-district variation. Nalgonda and Khammam are the most agricultural districts, whereas Hyderabad is a completely urban district and has no agricultural land. The area under forest cover is 26.9 lakh hectares, consisting 24.07% of the geographical area. It is based on the Socio-Economic Outlook 2020, Government of Telangana. So, as per the Agricultural Census 2011, the number of holdings in the state amounted to 55.54 lakh and the area held by these holdings was 61.97 lakh hectares. The average size of the holdings in the state was 1.12 hectares in 2010-2011 and has been decreased to 1 hectare by 2015-2016, which is highly uneconomical to operate. In the state, 62% of the holdings are marginal and the percentage of small holdings is 23.9%. Thus, marginal and small holdings constitute about 85.9% of total agricultural holdings in the state, making agriculture a subsistence source of livelihood for the majority of the population. The average size of land holdings is the highest is 1.40 hectares for Adilabad district and the lowest is 0.92 hectares for Nizamabad district. The major crops in the state are rice, jowar, grain gram, and maize. Major cash crops are cotton, chilies, turmeric, groundnut, soybean, sugarcane, and palm oil. The Telangana state is endowed with beautiful resources having good soils, diverse cropping pattern, and major irrigation system fed by rivers like Godavari and Krishna. Soils are suitable for wide range of crop, including food grains, oilseeds, pulses, orchards. There are a number of agriculture related institutions of importance in Telangana, including Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR. It is located in Hyderabad. So the food grains production recorded a growth rate of 3.9% per as against 2.43% at all India level. So it is the better than to the national average. National average is 2.43. The Telangana state average is 3.97. So in 2018-19, a total of 160.39 lakh tons of food crops were produced. Among food crops, rice accounted for the highest share, followed by sugarcane, fruits, maize, and vegetables. So after the irrigation facilities improved in the Telangana state, the share of rice is increased drastically. So the Telangana has a highest production state of one of the highest states in India in the terms of rice. The government of Telangana is developing a strategy to make the state as the seed bowl of the country. Due to the measures initiated by the government, overall, there is an increase in gross area sown and quality produced for the major crops. According to Socio-Economic Outlook 2020, the important facts of agriculture economy of the state are as follows. Now, food grain production reached a record level of 130.1 lakh metric tons as against 92.75 in 2018-19. And second is gross area sown for food grains is 39.43 lakh hectares in 2019-20 as against 35.33 lakh hectares in 2018-19. Third one is area under paddy and paddy production in the state is estimated to be 27.72 lakh hectares and 98.7274 lakh metric tons respectively. This is against 19.32 lakh hectares and 66.68 lakh metric tons in 2018-19, increased 43.48% and 48.08 respectively. So this is the picture of agriculture sector in Telangana state. Now we discuss about industry. The state of Telangana is home to large manufacturing industries. The bulk drugs, pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, cement, and mineral-based industries, textiles and apparels, horticulture, and poultry are the main industrial existing at present in Telangana. The state is one among the major industrial states in the country, and it is ranked sixth in terms of industrial and ranked eighth in terms of gross value added from industries. The government is promoted industrial intensive policy to create quality infrastructure to make Telangana as an attractive investment destination for both foreign and domestic investors. The growth of industrial sector in Telangana has impressed. During the year 2014-15, the growth of industries surged to 4.1% from 0.13% of 2013-14 at constant prices due to incentive being offered under the new government's industrial policy framework. The government of Telangana in 2014, during the decade 2004-5 to 2014-15, the state registered an average growth is 7.8% at constant prices. The share of industrial sector contribution to state gross domestic product at constant price is 28.3% in 2004-2005, and it declined to 18.7% by 2019-20. According to the Statistical Survey 2016-2017, there is a significant growth in the registration of new industrial units in Telangana. Total number of working manufacturing units in state grew from 7,700 in 2009-10 to 12,500 in 2016-17, an increase of 61%. Okay, the production value has also increased from 2 lakh 3,547 crores in 2015 to 16 to 2 lakhs 24,348 crores in 2016-17, a 10.22% in just 1 year. It is increased a 1 year. The rate is 10.22% increased a just 1 year. The total gross value added of manufacturing units in the state saw growth of 13.9% from 2014 to 2017, surpassing the all India average of GVA growth of 8.3% during the same period. So the government's vision of industrialization of Telangana is research to innovation, innovation to industry, and industry to prosperity. This slogan of industrial policy framework of the state is innovation, innovate, incubate, incorporate. The government has enacted the Telangana State Industrial Project Approval and Self-Certification System. It is TS-IPAS Act 2014 to provide for a investor-friendly environment in the state of Telangana based on the self-certification by the entrepreneur. Telangana government is framing new industrial friendly policy to attract investments in the state from foreign as well as domestic. The government is also giving special focus on improving infrastructure facilities like power, roads, water, and land for the industries. The government of Telangana state has announced its new industrial policy in June 2015 to enable the entrepreneurs to get necessary permissions and approvals from the authorities concerned within 15 working days under single window system. So now we know about agriculture and industrial sector. Now we are going to discuss about service sector. Thus, at the state economy develops, it transforms from being an agrarian economy to industrial economy. At the takeoff stage of economic development, the services sector grows faster, like trade, hotels, transport, communication, banking, insurance, real estate. So the service-led growth has been quite visible from the growth and structural shift of economy. The service sector recorded a strong annual average growth rate of more than 9% in the last decade. The share of services in gross state domestic product increased significantly from 57% in 2013-14 to 65% in 2019-20. Growth in services of the state economy is largely due to IT and business services. The state holds a leading position in IT and ITES in the country in terms of production and exports. In addition, tourism is an employment incentive service. Tourism offers both direct and indirect employment potential for the state. Some of the direct employment potential is in the development of accommodation services, restaurants, transport services, recreation services, health, textiles and clothing, and gems and jewelry. During the 2018-19, the total value of software and IT products exports announced for 1,09,000 crores, exhibiting growth of 17%. It is higher than the national growth rate of 7.8%. Telangana contributes to over 11% share of the country's IT exports, and Hyderabad rank is second terms of total revenue from the IT sector in the country. IT sector exports from Telangana account for 50% of the total exports from the state. Growth of per capita income in Telangana. If population, now we know about per capita income of Telangana. If population and income of the people of a nation increase in the same order, then there will not be any important in growth in per head terms. That is, the growth is zero. Hence, in order to understand improvements in living standards, per capita income is considered. As usual, it is calculated by dividing total income of the state by the total population. Per capita income is often shown in net terms. As explained, the per capita income is the average per person income in the state in a given year. In Telangana, in Telangana, the per capita income is 2,28,000 in 2019-20. This is much higher than the All India per capita income. The All India per capita income is 1,34,000 for the same year. the state's per capita income is growing faster than national rate. Between 2018-19 and 2019-20, Telangana grew at 11.6% at current prices, whereas the all India per capita income grow only at 6.3%. In the case of Telangana, growth in per capita income is fairly laudable as evinced by the following features. The real per capita income for Telangana during the period increased from about 91,664 in the year 2011-12. That is increased to 2 lakh 6,000 in the 2018-19. The growth being 126% over the year. The per capita income of Telangana rose from 1,80,000 in the year 2017-18. It is increased to 2,06,000 in the year 2018-19. It registered a growth of 13.8% at current prices. On the average, the annual growth rates of per capita income is the same for Telangana and the country at 3.8%. So now, we know about the agriculture, industrial, and service sectors. Now we are going to discuss basic features of Telangana economy. The basic features means a person who has a needy items that calls a basic needs. The basic needs of Telangana has poverty. Basic features, I mean basic features of Telangana. The Telangana, any state, any region, any country has some features that mostly the features are poverty, unemployment, and economic inequality, and etc. First, we are going to discuss poverty in Telangana. Poverty is more widespread than unemployment. Even may, even many employed are poor. It is a socio-economic problem. So poverty is a inability in assessing minimum needs, acceptable living standards, that is minimum food, clothing, shelter, education, Medicare. These are the uh, minimum standards or minimum status for people. Until recently, for policy purpose, poverty is measured in terms of biological minimum defined in terms of calories. The minimum is 2014 for rural and 2100 for urban and for all India. It is 2300 calories. It is important to note that poverty is a multifaceted phenomenon and it is affected by socio-economic, political, and partly by external factors. Both income and non-income factors are responsible for the continuation of poverty. As per the study group in 1960-61, it was 20 rupees and 25 rupees per month per capita for rural and urban people respectively. At all India level, the poverty ratio is 21.9%. It is all India average. Poverty is a multi-factored phenomenon and it is influenced by socio-economic, political, and partly by external factors. Both income and non-income factors are responsible for the continuation of poverty in Telangana as well as in India. So, now we are going to relative poverty estimations for 2012-11. we compare Telangana and India. Based on the data provided, the poverty in Telangana is much lower than the Indian average. The percentage of poor in rural Telangana is 9.3%, whereas the corresponding figures for India is 30.9%, and the percentage of urban poor in Telangana is 11.1%, whereas it is 26.4% in India. Poverty, unemployment, and income inequalities are closely related to each other. As these three socioeconomic maladies go together, poverty is deeper than unemployment. However, if all are employed, somewhere literally unemployment is eliminated, but poverty may not disappear. It is only when all are employed productively and as per their eligibility, both poverty and unemployment can show a decline in their relative percentages. Generally, higher the level of inequalities, that means income, consumption, and wealth, higher would be poverty and unemployment. Now, unemployment. The causes for increasing unemployment rates in the recent past are manifold, where improp inappropriate education system, which is not suited to industrial needs, can lead to unemployment. In agriculture, the producers are substituting capital for labor, and hence laborers are being displaced. Jobless growth is taking place in India, and the similar tendency can also be seen even in the Telangana state. Now, so rural unemployment rate as per NSSO around 2019 had been estimated as 1.2% for the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, while in urban areas is estimated as 3.1%. As per the next round in 2012, 11 and 12, the unemployment rate at all India level has been estimated at 22.3% only. Only 2.3%. Now, economic inequality. Economic inequalities can be estimated on the basis of the variations in the incomes, of consumption levels, assets, and wealth of the different sections of the people. These inequalities usually indicate relative poverty. Inequalities in Telangana state are analyzed by considering the share of poorest of the poor in the total consumption. Statistical data on inequalities in available for the years 1993-94, 2004-2005, and 2011-2012. In 1993-94, the share of the poorest of the poor in the total consumption was 10.9% and 9.2%, and they were higher than those of 2004-5 and 2011 and 12. It implies the low level inequalities of that time. However, in 2004-2005, the share of rural and urban areas decreased from 1993-94 levels to 8.9% and 8.2% respectively, and it indicates an increase in inequalities. The situation improved again between 2004, 2005 and 2011, 2012. The share of the poor in rural and urban areas in the total consumption were 10.8% and 8.9%, and the total are almost close to 1993-94 share in consumption. There is a possibility for further decrease in income inequalities due to the expansion of basic infrastructural facilities in rural and urban areas, employment generation programs, welfare programs, and direct each cash transfer to the beneficiaries by the central and state governments along with other programs. Again, features of social sector in the state of Telangana. These social factors are health facilities, education facilities. These two are the main social features. So now the social sector plays a significant role in the process of economic development. Is and generally any state or any country has good infrastructure facilities. This includes infrastructure means uh, infrastructure facilities are good. The industries are coming very positively to the according area or relevant area. Why they are going to the favor to come to that area? The physical, the facilities that is health facilities and education facilities. Where is health education facilities are more, the quality of human resources are will be come out. Then the industries are interested to come to that place. So the social sector plays a significant role in the process of economic development, which is not an exception to the Telangana state. Basically, social sector comprises key components of both education and health. Education is more important as it contributes most to the development of human resources, improvement in health of people, increases their productive capacity, and improves quality in human capital. Therefore, these two are the two sides of the total social sector. In view of this, a brief explanation of health facilities and literacy had been mentioned. Yeah. Health facility. First one is health facility. As per the preamble to the WHO Constitution, enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is a fundamental right of every being, human being, and the governments are responsible for the health of their people and can fulfill that respectable responsibility by taking appropriate health and social welfare measures. Towards this end, Telangana state aims to provide preventive, promotive, and curative health services for the people of Telangana through 4,797 health sub-centers, 633 primary health centers, 249 urban primary health centers, 90 community health centers, 19 area hospitals, 29 district hospitals, 9 medical college hospitals, 12 specialty hospitals, and 2 super specialty hospitals. These are the Telangana medical facilities. This So the newly formed state has made considerable progress in the last 10 years. As per result, the state has been also to improve its key health indicator outcomes. This is evident from the fact that Telangana has lower rates of MMR and national mortality rates when compared with national average. In fact, Telangana performs better than all India averages for total fertility rates and percentage of full immunization and institutional deliveries as well. Now, the second social feature is education. Education plays an important role in human resource development. Literacy, education, and training are instruments for human capital development. Knowledge and skills deployed through education, it would be increased productivity of the people in general and employees in particular. Education is one of the most important social indicators which is directly linked with economic development. As per 2011 census, the literacy rate of the Telangana state is 66.54%. Despite considerable variations are observed in literacy rates among different groups like rural and urban within the districts, age group, social group, and male and female. The literacy gap between rural and urban areas is 20 percentage, 24 percentage points, and the literacy gap between male and female population is 17 percentage points. The literacy rate for the age groups of 17 to 14 years and 15 to 24 years in the state are higher than the national average. But in the case of remaining age groups, the national average are higher than that, the state average. So, so we are no, discussed about Telangana features. It includes agriculture, industry, and service sector. And basic features, education, health. We are now, this is the first lesson. We are knowing about agriculture, what is agriculture, how it is the status of agriculture in Telangana, industrial sector, service sector, what are the features of educational sector, what are the health services in Telangana state. So this is the first unit of Telangana economic course. Now, tomorrow on, we have discussed about second unit, that is demographic feature of Telangana. And we know about briefly within 5 minutes what is the demographic features? What are the demographic features? In this lesson, demographic features of Telangana, it is a lesson. It is the second lesson in Telangana economy. What are the main points in this lesson? We are trying to know about that. The size of population and its growth in Telangana state, population growth rates. It includes annual growth rate of population, district-wise, rural-wise, and urban-wise size of population. And the government of Telangana gave a survey, that is Samagra Kutumba survey. It done in 2014 August month. Next one is demographic features of Telangana state, demographic dividend, demographic transition, fertility, demographic indicators, and people migration from Telangana to other states or other countries. These are points included in the second lesson. So tomorrow we will discuss about demographic features of Telangana. So it is the lesson completed of the first unit. Thank you.